Hi Aquarius, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading for February. I hope you guys are well. I am going to take a quick second, Aquarius, to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every single Aquarius out there, so take what resonates for you and just leave the rest for someone else. Keep in mind that the energies can reverse, so if it is resonating, Aquarius, you get in where you fit in, even if it's on the opposite side. As always, don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Aquarius? Aquarius. Energy for Aquarius. I feel like a lot of you guys are moving silently. You're moving quietly. Not really showing your hand. Aquarius. Show me the energy for Aquarius. All right, Aquarius, you're starting out with the Two of Pentacles. You have the Nine of Wands in the reverse, and coming out together is the Fool along with the Ten of Pentacles reversed. Well, that makes a lot of sense as to why you're moving rather silently and quietly. You have a decision to make. You're weighing up the pros and cons. It has to do with possibly ending something that has been long-term, and there's also you taking this risk, possibly for a new beginning. So this is problematic for you. It's not something that is an easy thing, and I feel like you're kind of trying to figure out, how do I resolve this? This could be a situation you've been thinking about for quite some time, and there is this desire to solve the problem. You really do want to have this new beginning, but you could be also afraid that it's going to affect you. There's going to be a deep loss here, and it could even be financial loss as well. So let me see who's in your energy. Show me who is in Aquarius energy, please. Show me who's in Aquarius energy. All right, so the person in your energy, we have the Page of Swords in the reverse. We have the Five of Wands in the reverse, and we have the Knight of Wands. This is somebody who doesn't really know what it is you're going to do. They don't know what decision you're going to make. This person could be, in the past, they could have been wearing a mask, and I feel like they are lowering that mask. There's things that they didn't tell you or haven't told you in the past. It's more, either they directly lied, but I don't think so. I think it's more things that they just didn't want to tell you about themselves. But now they're coming to this decision here where they may want to lower that mask. They may want to communicate some things to you, but they don't know how you're going to take it or what you're going to do with the information. With the Five of Wands here in the reverse, if you've been in conflict with this person, they do want to come out of that conflict, and I feel like you do as well. Knight of Wands does indicate that this person will be reaching out to you. They will be communicating with you, likely in a very impulsive manner. But it also shows me that this could have been an on and off situation. Let me see the energy between Aquarius and this person. The Three of Pentacles. Yeah, you may feel there's a soul contract here. Something got started here, and I feel that, you know, it kind of, the intensity level moved up. You may have felt a little foolish about this beginning, but at some point, there was something that was established. There's an established foundation. The person in your energy, I do feel like, especially if you're ending something, Aquarius, this person doesn't know what the status of that is. A lot of you, it does look like you could be already in some kind of an established foundation here. Now, you could also know this person through work. So let me see what's affecting the connection. The King of Swords. Some truthful communication is coming out. There's going to be truthful communication between you and this person. It's going to help you to resolve some problems. and it's going to help them to resolve some conflicts as well. They could be internally conflicted. I feel like if there's been conflict between the two of you, there could even be like somebody arbitrating this between the two of you. Doesn't have to be, but I do see some honest, clear communication, truthful communication that is affecting this connection. You could be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Let me see the outcome. Show me the outcome between Aquarius and this person. Eight of Wands reversed. There's a blockage here. Yeah, there's going to be a blockage to any kind of a new beginning, which is going to cause this to be on and off type of energy. There's a blockage. Now, don't stress too much about that, because I do feel like it could be telling us that, you know, what's going to happen with this blockage. Bottom of the deck is the King of Wands. This is underlying energy, Aquarius, so you could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but this is the energy of somebody who is proactive, takes action. It also indicates a strong physical attraction. So let's clarify your reading. Spirit-wise, the Two of Pentacles here for Aquarius. Why is the Two of Pentacles here for Aquarius? All right, we have the Eight of Pentacles reversed, and we have the Judgment card. Yes, some of you are involved with somebody here that you work with, and you may be feeling like, oh my God, what happens if this comes out? If the truth comes out, will I lose my job? Should I, you know, go towards another situation? For others of you, I do see you looking at something and weighing up whether or not this is going to work out. Are you looking at all the details? There's a fear here that things are not working out. You could be trying to reconcile with somebody. It could be like an on and off type of situation. And you could be, you know, wanting to reconcile and bring it into a steady state of being. Let's see why the Nine of Wands is in reverse. I see you going back and forth trying to make a decision here and wanting to use good judgment in making that decision. All right, we have the Chariot. We have the Nine of Pentacles reversed and the Queen of Swords. Again, we have that Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. I feel like you feel this is your person, that there's a soul contract here, but it's also telling me that that you may not be single. You may not be single, and so you may be having to make a decision about making yourself single in order to move forward with this person. You may feel that this is your person. I do feel like you're a little bit guarded here. You do want to have this conversation, but I also feel like, you know, you want to end any kind of problems that are here. These problems are not new. They've been going on for a minute. You could also be very fearful. You could be guarding yourself against loss if you are to move forward with this person. Let me see the bottom energy for Aquarius. I do feel like you are stepping into your power here, and you're going to be affecting this connection a lot more than you are aware. Show me. Thank you. Okay, we have the Emperor. We have the Queen of Wands. Yeah, you definitely feel that this is your person. And then we have Page of Swords in the upright and Temperance in the reverse. All right, so I do feel like you are taking action. Some of you, if you work with this person, you could be like in a supervisory position, or they may be. There's definitely passion here, but you also feel that this is your person. I do feel that a lot of you, you could fear financial loss, particularly if you do work with this person. The work element keeps coming up for some reason. I do see you kind of taking charge of the situation. You may be taking the actions to end something that has been long-term, making yourself single in order to have a new beginning with this person in your energy. However, it's causing you to you know, have a lot of ups and downs. It's almost like you're trying to make the decision here, and you're looking to see, you know, I feel like this is my person. I feel like this is what I should do. I've been weighing the pros and cons on this, but I want to make a good judgment call. And my emotions are just all over the place. So you're checking to see, you know, is this the right choice for me? Should I take this risk or not? You know, I have the passion here, but is this the right thing for me to do? So I definitely feel like your emotions are kind of all over the place. You could have seen something or heard something that is making you second guess this a little bit as well. You're really in this place where you're having to really weigh up whether or not you should proceed forward with someone else and to end a current situation. Let me see their energy. Spirit, why is the Page of Swords in the reverse? Thank you, Spirit. Why is the Page of Swords in the reverse? All right, so we have the Five of Wands reversed. Now, that's really strong energy for them because you see it twice in their energy, and we have the Queen of Cups. Yeah, they're avoiding conflict here, particularly if you do work together. They could also be in some manner, if you're involved in another connection, another foundation, they could be trying to avoid the conflict. They may know the other person. They do have feelings for you. This person loves you, but they're kind of feeling like they got to keep a lid on their feelings, on their emotions, that they can't tell anybody because they don't know how this is going to go. They don't want conflict. They don't want to, you know, be the person that ends another connection either. So, and if you do work with this person, they could be trying to avoid conflicts at work. So let me see why the Five of Wands is in reverse. Why is the Five of Wands in reverse for the person in Aquarius energy? Yeah, they don't want problems. Ten of Wands reversed and the Two of Coins. Now that's in your energy. So this person's waiting to see what you're going to do. They're trying to avoid having any kind of problems, any kind of conflict. They're trying to figure out, you know, what kind of decision are you going to make? They're waiting to hear what it is that you're going to do. So it's this energy, basically, Aquarius, of them trying to avoid everything blowing up into a tower moment until you make the decision and tell them what it is that you want. Let me see the Knight of Wands. Why is the Knight of Wands here? All right, we have the Hermit and we have the Ace of Wands. This could have started out as an affair. It could have started out as a one-night stand. There's a lot of passion here, though. I do feel that this person wants to have this new beginning with you. They are extremely passionate towards you, but they're trying to prevent their life from blowing up. And so they're kind of going within. They're trying to figure out what is the best way to have this new beginning. What is it that Aquarius is going to do? Because Aquarius seems to be all over the place. And they are basically saying it's going to be your decision. So I do feel like there's a lot of things they want to say to you that they kind of hold back. Like I said, they're kind of keeping a lid on their feelings and their emotions. There is something that is definitely blocking this situation. So, and it does appear to be another connection, another relationship. Let me see why or for some of you, it could be something to do with work, and you may be the person who is in a supervisory position over this person. So let's see the energy between Aquarius and this person. The Lovers. And there we have the King of Swords again. Very strong air energy here. This person is highly focused on you. They love you. They have the feelings and emotions. They don't know what you're going to do, and they don't want the conflict. They're waiting for this communication from you. And you have a choice to make. You have a choice either between two or a really big decision with regard to love. And I definitely see two tracks here. I see somebody that is in another relationship, and then I see a track where there's somebody that works with this person. And in both situations, this person's not going to put themselves out on a limb. They're waiting to see what you're going to do. Are you going to finally come to them and you know, talk to them about what it is that you really want? And you're trying to look at all the details and find out, you know, what you should do. You want to make a good judgment call, and you're a little bit in this analysis paralysis energy here, because you know this is a big deal. It could affect your money. It could affect another connection. And so I do feel like a lot of you guys are just kind of trying to figure this out. Let me see the King of Swords. Clarify the King of Swords. This person feels like they are your equal, that they are your soulmate, that the two of you should be together. They feel like things will work out if you want it to. And they're basically saying it's going to be your decision. All right, we have the Nine of Wands. Now, you had it previously in the reverse. And then we have the Six of Swords. So there's going to be a discussion here where you're basically saying, look, this is, you know, if we move forward with this, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be very hard. Now, can we overcome it? I think we can. I'm hopeful that we can. However, you know, you're not offering a guarantee either. You're trying to be logical about it. But your passions are, you know, also affecting you. So I feel like even though it's like you don't want to the problems, you don't want to deal with the problems, but you know you have to in order to move forward. In their energy, they know that it's your decision. They don't want to, you know, affect the decision, but they do want to move together with you. Because in this Six of Swords, they're moving together away from this chaotic situation. And so that's what they're going to tell you. You're going to tell them, look, this is way more problematic than I thought it would be. It could cost me everything. And they're saying, we can resolve this. We can move this away from, you know, this difficult situation. But we have to be honest with each other. We have to be direct with each other. They're also saying that decisions have to be made in order to move this to a better place. And they're also saying the decision is yours, Aquarius. So I feel like they're kind of waiting to see what kind of decision you're going to make. Why is the Eight of Wands in reverse? Show me the outcome. Well, that's interesting. All right, show me the outcome. All right, so we have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Eight of Wands in the upright. And we have, oh wait, I'm sorry. We have the Seven of Cups. And we have the Seven of Wands reversed. So there's a situation, this connection is being blocked. It's been maybe on and off. There's a lot of passion here. I feel like you're looking for the answer. Should you take this risk or not? You obviously feel very passionate about this person. I feel like you're currently looking for the answers. Your emotions could be all over the place. You're feeling a little bit powerless. And so you feel like, you know, this connection is blocked by the current circumstances. I do see that there's going to be a change here because we have all this confusion, right? It's being blocked by confusion. There's options to be, you know, had here. And so what's going to happen is this Wheel of Fortune is coming in and things are going to move in a positive manner. And it's going to be this person actually that is the deciding factor. See, you have a lot to do with the current state of things, but this person in your energy is going to communicate to you. They've been holding back. They've been doing the soul searching. They've been watching to see what you're going to do. And this person is going to impulsively come towards you. And whatever it is that they tell you is going to cause you to say, yes, we're going to do this. There's unconditional love here. We're supposed to be together. And I feel like you're going to then remove the blockages here. Yeah, it's almost like you've been keeping this relationship at bay, but whatever this person does, it's going to affect how it's going to release that blockage, and it's going to move this into a better place, which is what they're trying to do. They've been kind of holding back, but there's something this person has figured out. They're going to say to you, they're going to do, and it's going to create this new beginning, and it's going to happen rather rapidly. It's going to really kind of throw you a little bit in a tailspin because you've been feeling all this confusion here. But at some point when this person does come towards you impulsively, they relate this information, you're going to be like, F it, let's just do this. No matter, even if it's not, you know, even if it's going to cause a lot of emotional turmoil, let's just do this. So I see the dam bursting, basically. All right, so the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Wands in the reverse. This is underlying energy. It does tell me that you are very worried about something here being unsuccessful. And that's where you are going up and down trying to figure out what you should do. This person has just been kind of staying in the background, letting you handle this. But at some point, they're going to, whatever it is that they say, it's going to be said impulsively, and it's going to be a game changer. All right, I'm going to pull a few oracle cards. And we'll see if there's any further messages for Aquarius or the cross watcher. All right, we have Heart with Key, welcoming love, meeting the one, opening your heart, getting together. So again, both of you feel that this is a, you know, destined connection here. And then we have abundance, keeping a positive mindset, manifesting exactly what you want with gratitude and bliss. All right, so you've got quite the decision ahead of you here, Aquarius. I do hope that this reading has given you some clarification. If you've resonated with this reading, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Hype the video if you get the opportunity. And until I see you in your next reading, Aquarius, know that you are loved, and namaste.